I went through more than 100 supplements. The pills, the powders, the trendy ones, the ancient ones, the ones with the beautiful packaging and the big promises. More than 100. And I came out the other side with a number that genuinely surprised me. 4. Out of all of them, only 4 are actually worth taking for a normal, healthy person. The other 96? For most of us, they do somewhere between very little and absolutely nothing. And I know that sounds harsh, so I'm not going to just tell you that. I'm going to teach you the simple way to see it for yourself. Because here's what nobody explains. There's one single question that instantly separates the supplements that work from the supplements that are just selling you hope. Once you understand it, and it's so simple a child could get it, you'll be able to look at any bottle on any shelf and know, almost instantly, whether it can actually do anything for you. That one question is the real gift of this video. And the number 1 supplement on my final list? You've almost certainly taken it. Probably this week. And you never once thought of it as a supplement. Stick around for that, because it reframes this entire topic. Let's start with the question that changes everything. Imagine a glass of water. If the glass is half empty and you pour some water in, the level rises. Great, that water did something. But if the glass is already full, right up to the brim, and you keep pouring, the water just spills over the sides and runs down the drain. It didn't do anything useful. It just made a mess and wasted your water. That, right there, is how almost every supplement works. Your body is the glass. A vitamin or mineral is the water. And here's the key. Topping it up only helps if you were actually running low. If your glass is already full, taking more doesn't give you a bonus. It doesn't make you extra healthy. It just spills over and, quite literally, gets flushed out of your body. This is why people joke about expensive urine. It's not a joke. It's exactly what's happening. So this gives us 2 kinds of supplements, and I want you to hold these 2 buckets in your head for the rest of the video. Bucket 1. The hole fillers. These only work if you have a hole, a gap, a deficiency. Fill a real gap and they help a lot. But if you don't have that gap, they do nothing. Most of the 100+ supplements I looked at live in this bucket. Vitamin C is the perfect example. If you were truly, seriously low in it, it would matter enormously. But most people aren't, so swallowing extra does almost nothing but top up an already full glass. Bucket 2. The genuine boosters. These are rare and special. A true booster adds something extra even to a body that's already healthy and full. It doesn't just patch a hole, it hands you a real advantage you didn't have before. And here's the thing. Out of 100+ supplements, only a tiny handful are genuine boosters. Most of the industry is selling you bucket 1 hole fillers and hoping you have a hole. So my final 4 survived one simple test. Each one is either a rare, genuine booster, or it fills a hole that almost every single person actually has. Everything else got cut. Let's meet them. Number 4, omega-3. Think about what your body is physically built from. Your brain in particular is made largely of fat. Not the fat you're trying to lose, but structural fat, the actual building material your brain cells are constructed from. And one specific type of omega-3 is one of the main bricks in that construction. Here's the problem. Most people simply don't eat enough of it because the richest source is oily fish, and most of us don't eat much oily fish. So this is a hole that a huge number of people genuinely have. You're low on one of the bricks your own brain is built from. Filling that gap, ideally from food like salmon or sardines, and if not, from a supplement, makes real sense. And if you don't eat fish at all, you can get these same fats from algae-based supplements, which is actually where the fish get them in the first place. A real hole that most people have. It earns its spot. Number 3, vitamin D. This one's beautiful because your body was designed to make it for free. Your skin makes vitamin D when sunlight hits it. For most of human history, that worked perfectly. We were outside all day. But look at how we live now. Indoors, behind glass, covered up. In many parts of the world, the sun isn't even strong enough for large chunks of the year. So we've accidentally created a world where a huge portion of people are low in a vitamin their body was built to produce. That's why vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common gaps there is. It's a hole almost everyone has carved out just by living a modern indoor life. And it matters because vitamin D plays a role in your bones, your immune system, and more. This is the rare hole filler worth taking, precisely because nearly everyone has the hole. Though, ideally, get a simple blood test first so you're filling a gap you actually have, not just guessing. Number 2, creatine. Now things get interesting, because this is a genuine bucket 2 booster, and it's probably not what you expect. When people hear creatine, they think gym, muscles, bodybuilders, and yes, it's the most studied, most proven supplement in the world for strength and power. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Think of creatine as a tiny rechargeable battery for quick energy inside your cells. When your muscles need a fast, powerful burst, they reach for that battery. More creatine means a bigger, fuller battery. That's the muscle part everyone knows, but your brain is also a huge energy user, and it uses that very same battery system. And this is where the fresh, exciting research is pointing, that creatine may support not just your muscles, but your brain, your focus, and mental sharpness, especially when you're tired or sleep-deprived. A booster that may help both body and brain, backed by more studies than almost anything else on the shelf. That's why it's this high. And now, number 1. The most proven, most powerful, most reliable supplement of them all. And you've almost certainly taken it already, without ever calling it a supplement. Caffeine. I know, it feels like a trick, but think about it honestly. Caffeine is one of the most researched substances on the planet, and the evidence that it actually does what it claims is overwhelming. It genuinely, measurably increases your alertness, your focus, and your physical performance. It is, by the raw weight of evidence, the single most proven booster most people will ever use. And it's sitting in your coffee, your tea, right now. Here's how it works. Inside your brain, there's a chemical that slowly builds up during the day and whispers, "You're getting sleepy." Caffeine works by sitting in that chemical's chair, so the sleepy message can't be delivered. The tiredness is still there underneath, but for a while, your brain doesn't hear it. That's the whole magic trick. But because it's so powerful, it deserves respect. Too much makes you jittery and wrecks your sleep. And if you drink it late in the day, it can quietly ruin the very rest your body needs. So the goal isn't more, it's smart. A sensible amount earlier in the day. Used well, it's the most reliable booster on this entire list. Used carelessly, it works against you. It's number 1 precisely because it's so proven and so easy to get wrong. So let's zoom back out, because the 4 almost matter less than the lesson. Omega-3 and vitamin D, filling holes that most people genuinely have. Creatine and caffeine, rare true boosters that add something real even to a healthy body. Everything else? For most people, water poured into an already full glass. And that's the whole secret you can carry for life, up a glass that's already full. Master that, and you'll never waste money on a shelf full of hope again. The answer was never take more. It was take only what actually does something. And cutting through exactly this kind of noise is the entire reason the Healthy Mail exists. It's a free newsletter where over 50,000 people get simple, science-backed answers to, wait, does this actually work? Explained in plain language, with no hype and nothing to sell you. The link is in the description. Come join the family. And if you'd rather get your health from your plate than from a bottle, which is exactly where most of it should come from, I've packed over 180 recipes into the complete healthy eating bundle. Breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, smoothies, even desserts, all built around real, nutrient-dense food. It's linked below, and newsletter subscribers get the best deal on it. So if this made supplements finally make sense, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.